One slurred confession from my wife's best mate at the village pub turned my pint into a bitter truth. Her affair had been hiding in plain sight, and I was the last to know. I sat at the worn oak table of the Red Lion in Little Hampton, a quaint village nestled in the Cotswolds, nursing a warm pint of bitter. It was Saturday night, and the air buzzed with laughter and the clink of glasses. My wife, Sophie, blonde, witty, and the heart of our little community, had dragged me along, insisting it was just a cheeky night out with her best friend, Chloe. I'm Oliver, a 38-year-old accountant with a dry sense of humor and a love for a good crossword, married to Sophie for a decade. We'd built a life here, her as a local florist, me crunching numbers, and our son Theo at the village school. But that night, everything changed. Chloe, a fiery redhead with a penchant for gin, stumbled over, her cheeks flushed from one too many G&Ts. She plopped down beside me, slurring, "Ollie, you're a bloody saint, you are, letting Soph gallivant with that posh git from Cheltenham." The pub went quiet for a heartbeat as her words sank in. I laughed it off at first, thinking it was drunken nonsense, but her eyes widened, realizing her slip. "Oh, sod it," she muttered. "She's been shagging Rupert, that estate agent bloke. Thought you knew." My pint slipped from my hand, shattering on the floor, the foam mirroring the shock spreading through me. Sophie rushed over, her face a mask of panic. "Chloe, you daft cow, shut it!" she hissed, but the damage was done. I demanded answers, my voice steady despite the storm inside. Back home, over a pot of tea gone cold, Sophie confessed. Rupert, a smooth-talking estate agent she'd met at a property viewing, had swept her off her feet with promises of luxury flats and weekend getaways. It started as flirtation, she said, but turned into late-night meetups she'd masked as floral deliveries. Chloe, guilt-ridden after a row with Sophie, had let it spill, her loyalty torn between friendship and fairness. The betrayal cut deep. I felt like a fool. Had I missed the signs in her late returns, the new perfume, the secretive texts? Theo sensed the tension, asking why Mummy was crying, and it broke me further. I moved to the spare room, wrestling with anger and love. Sophie begged for forgiveness, swearing it was over, but trust was a fragile thing. I took Theo to the village green, kicking a football to clear my head, wondering if our family could survive this. Weeks later, under the soft glow of a Cotswold twilight, I stood with Theo by the village duck pond, feeding bread to the quacking flock. Sophie joined us, hesitant, her eyes red but warm. She'd ended things with Rupert, sought counseling, and written me a letter, raw, honest, pleading for a chance to rebuild. As Theo giggled, tossing crumbs, I read the vulnerability in her gaze, the woman I'd loved for years beneath the mistakes. I didn't forgive her fully that night, but I took her hand, feeling the weight of our shared history. The ducks paddled on, oblivious, as we stood together, a fractured family, yes, but one daring to heal, one quiet moment at a time.